extra, extra. Gang goons slain in racket chill of death on Big Town. Extra, Big Town, extra.
All right, now what, Croc? You shot Cora May, and listen to that. Her father is out there in the dark with that hound, armed with a rifle.
Shut up, Wilson. If he gets me, he'll get you and Kilburn.
Steve, the lights have been cut off.
Yes, Lorelei, Cottonmouth has cut the light wires. He could strike better in the dark.
Yes, listen to this Big Town 5-star racket expose headline, The Chill of Death, brought to you by Lever Brothers Company, makers of Lifebuoy Health Soap. Another hard-hitting story of fighting editor Steve Wilson, whose newspaper creed stands for freedom and justice against the forces of intolerance and evil.
Freedom of the press is a flaming sword, that it may be a faithful servant to all the people. Use it justly, hold it high, guard it well.
Now to Big Town and tonight's strange story of retribution that caught up with the killer in a luxurious hideout in the sunny Southland, but began in a suite of rooms in the old Grand Hotel, notorious hangout of Big Town gamblers and racketeers.
Look, Rocky, don't give me orders. Croc left me in charge of the numbers racket.
Yeah, but he told me to see you didn't try taking it over.
And he told me to see you didn't line up the bookie take for yourself like you're doing.
You're a liar.
Who's a liar, double-crossing slug?
You're a liar. Shut up and sit down. We'll settle this later. That's what you know, Joe, at the setups. Let the punk in, Cora May.
Sure, and you both better watch your step. All right, I'm coming. Don't be in such a doggone hurry.
I'm sorry, lady, but I'm all alone on a desk tonight. Clerk, bellhop, switchboard, the works.
Set the setups and beat it, punk.
Okay. That'll be $2.
Put it on the Croc's bill.
Okay. When's Croc Miller coming back from down south?
When it gets warm. You can't stand the cold.
Yeah, so I hear. Ain't that why he's called Croc? Short for crocodile?
Yeah, his doc says he's thin-blooded. Chills easy. Now beat it.
Croc ain't got blood. If anybody ever opens up, they'll spill ice water.
Clam up, Nick. Go on, beat it, Joe. We got business.
Yeah, I'll bet you have.
Scram, punk.
Sure. Ring the desk if you want any more free service.
Why didn't you tip the punk?
Mine's you. You think you're the boss around here?
I'll show you who's the boss.
Why don't you boys relax? Croc's the boss. Even while he's sunning himself down there on the South Coast. So just take it easy and relax.
Shut up, Cora May. You mind your own business, Rocky. Stick the nick in the bookies and lay off my numbers racket.
Quit telling me things, Nick.
Quit phoning, Croc. I'm muscling in. Crossing them up.
I ain't tipped Croc on nothing, you rat.
You're a liar. Somebody...
Oh, somebody did.
Yeah, I'll say somebody did.
So you just had to go and do it, didn't you, Rocky?
Yeah, so what?
Croc ain't gonna like it, Rocky.
He will when he hears Nick was crossing him up.
Better get to Croc and tell him first.
Yeah, go get the car, Cora May. We're heading south tonight.
Tonight? What about Nick there? Maybe he ain't dead yet.
We're taking him along in the car, dead or alive.
Hi, Steve. Anything on the hook for your wondrous girl reporter?
Hello, Lorelei. Come in.
Hi.
Are you a fugitive from one of Fletcher's city desk assignments?
I just finished one, thanks. The Convention of Travel Agents and their talk of tours to sunny lands had given me the urge to get away to warmer climes.
Oh, sorry. We're all out of assignments to Florida, California, and Point South.
Well, couldn't you manage... Uh-oh, your private line. Probably a tip from one of your tipsters. It'll take us to the North Pole.
Oh, the waterfront, which would be just as cold tonight. Steve Wilson, Illustrated Press.
I am Mr. Wilson. What do you know, Joe, at the Old Grand?
What do you know, Joe?
Maybe plenty, Mr. Wilson. I think two of Croc Miller's head hoods shot it out.
Where, Joe?
Up in Croc's suite in this AC-Doocy joint about an hour ago.
An hour ago. Have you notified the police?
Well, I didn't have no proof until after they left.
Who left?
Nick Collins, Rocky Kent, and a femme southern fry called Cora May.
Who was shot, Joe?
Rocky and Cora got Nick in a car. Said he was sick, and they headed south.
They headed south? Are you sure Collins was shot?
Well, I heard a shot after I took him some setups. They were having something out, and after they left, I pass-keyed myself in a Croc suite, and there was plenty of plasma on the rug.
Well, that should be evidence enough, but are you sure they're heading south in a car?
Yeah. On account of I heard Rocky tell the gal they could make it to Croc's beach house by tomorrow night, by driving without stopping.
Thanks for the tip, Joe.
You gonna follow it up, Mr. Wilson?
Yes, Joe. We've been trying to link Croc Miller to several big-town rackets, and this may be the time to do it. Thanks very much, Joe, till you're better paid.
But, Steve, Croc Miller is sunning himself in that fantastic hideaway of his almost 1,000 miles from here.
Yes, Lorelei, but you wanted to take a trip, didn't you?
South to the sun?
Yes, phone the airport and have them fuel the press plane for a takeoff early tomorrow morning.
Why not tonight?
I want to check a few big-town angles on a shooting between two of Croc's gunmen. And we can still be there when they arrive at Croc's hideout tomorrow night.
Thus, Steve Wilson and Lorelei prepare to fly south to be in on a deadly gang showdown. And for the exciting developments, we'll rejoin them in a moment. Lifebuoy gets skin cleaner.
Lifebuoy gets skin cleaner.
And the cleaner you get your skin, the surer you are of being fresh and attractive. So remember, Lifebuoy, with its purifying ingredient, gets skin cleaner. Stops BO as no other leading soap can. Here's what the doctors proved in 820 scientific tests.
People took daily baths with different soaps. Doctors found that Lifebuoy does more than just remove the grime and perspiration you can see. Lifebuoy's purifying ingredient makes it more effective than any other leading soap against the invisible dirt that brings on BO.
Lifebuoy's milder, too. Safe even for baby's tender skin.
And you'll like the way Lifebuoy, made with costly coconut oil, bursts into quick white lather, even in hard water.
Lifebuoy gets skin cleaner.
Lifebuoy gets skin cleaner, keeps you fresh and attractive, protects you as no other leading soap can. Bathe with Lifebuoy every day. Get the big new bath size. Buy Lifebuoy right away. Now, back to Big Town and tonight's racket expose, which has Steve Wilson and Lorelei winging southward in a fast plane belonging to the Illustrated Press.
Say, Steve, there's the coastline.
Well, we made it before sundown.
Now, if we can only spot Croc Miller's private landing field before dark.
Yes. We should be able to get to him before his big-town stooges arrive by car.
This air map shows the field just back from the ocean beach and surrounded by a swamp.
Right. It should be just ahead. Keep your eyes open, Lorelei. It's only a small field.
Oh, I see something. Looks like a concrete strip parallel to the ocean and a big white house.
That's it. I'll drop down. Fasten your safety belt in case I've forgotten how to land this crate.
I hope not. The wind's right to go straight in.
That's Miller's place, all right. It was featured in a magazine in all its phony splendor.
Yes, their way of showing that crime and rackets don't pay.
Yes. Neglecting to point out that the place is a flimsy stucco shell set in an isolated swamp for protection against Miller's enemies.
Oh, but that beautiful sunny white beach, Steve.
Yes, but Croc can't enjoy it without the shadow of an armed bodyguard near him.
Well, I hope we get a chance for just one swim in that warm blue water before we have to fly back.
You may in the morning, but I doubt if we'll get out of here tonight, whether Croc's goon guns arrive by car or not. Oh, hold your lovely hat, my lovely. I'm going to set her down.
Oh, that's perfect, Steve. Couldn't have done better myself.
Getting out of this small field may be something else.
Uh-oh. Steve, you better stop here. We have a reception committee of one waving us down with a rifle.
Yes, so I see. Better stay on the plane.
Oh, listen to that surf roll in on the beach.
Well, that will have to wait, Lorelei. This character rolling toward us with that rifle doesn't act like a greeter from the local Chamber of Commerce.
Moves like a snake.
Good evening.
Hey, you get out of here, mister. This here's a private airplane field. You take off again.
Sorry. I've landed here to see Croc Miller.
He don't see nobody what drops in like buzzards without an invite.
I think he'll see me.
Who are you, mister?
Steve Wilson, editor of the Big Town Illustrated Press.
Oh, newspaper fella from up north, huh?
Yes.
Who's that there woman with you?
Well, the young lady is Lorelei Kilburn, one of my reporters. Now, where's Croc Miller?
He ain't seeing nobody now.
Why not?
He's favoring himself over there on the sand in the sun. while it's still warm.
Nice work if you can get it. Let's go give him something to think about, Steve.
You hold on, ma'am.
What?
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Don't throw guns around like that.
Hey, you give me that rifle back, mister. Don't you get it away from me like that.
And I'll give you another lesson if you try it again.
You give me that gun back, mister.
Sure, without the bolts here.
You give me that bolt to this gun. This revolver says give it to me.
All right, here you are.
Hey, doggone you, mister. Let me go.
Pick up that revolver, Lorelei.
With
Listen
pleasure.
me.
You better search him, Steve. He's a walking arsenal.
Yeah.
Listen me
I
now.
guess that's all. Now, where's Croc Miller?
Right here behind you, Wilson. Now, you better let go of Cottonmouth. Like his namesakes, he don't like to be manhandled.
Well, then send him back to the swamps with the rest of the moccasins.
I'll get you, mister. I'll get you if you don't get out of here before sundown.
Yes, your kind like to strike in the dark. Put him back in the pit, Croc. I want to talk to you.
What about? What brought you down here from Big Town in such a hurry?
Now, get rid of this so-called bodyguard, and I'll explain.
Make him give me my guns back, Croc.
I'll get him for you. Go up to the house and tell Mandy to set out some drinks.
I'd rather set out some poison. You just wait, Wilson. You just wait.
You've made a bad enemy, Wilson. Better say what you come to say and take off in that plane while you can.
Sorry, Croc. You're due to have some other guests. And I want to be here when they arrive.
I ain't expecting nobody.
They're coming by car from Big Town, and I think they want it to be a surprise.
Who's coming by car?
2 of your boys and a girl called Cora May.
Cora, me?
Yes.
Come up to the house.
What's the matter with you, Croc? What made you shiver like that?
The sun's gone. It's getting chilly.
That's right. I hear you can't stand the slightest cold.
Yeah. Come on. Come up to the house. I gotta get inside.
Yes, Croc. You'd better, because I think there's a chill wind of death coming down from the north.
Dismal place this is now that the sun's gone down. Even the house is cold, damp,
Yes.
clammy.
It certainly is, Lorelei. It's because of the swamps all around the land side.
I wonder why Croc picked such a place if he can't stand the cold.
To be safe from his rivals and enemies. The price any gangster pays for his brief hour in the sun. And I'm not being poetic.
Where's he now?
His heating plant has broken down. He's outside tinkering with it. That's why this house is so cold and damp.
Cottonmouth! Go shut that hound up or I'll shoot it. You hear me?
I hear you, Mr. Croc. That hound don't like strangers. He's saying maybe somebody gonna die tonight.
Cut that kind of talk. Go phone town and get somebody out here to fix my heating plant.
They won't come tonight.
Well, phone them anyway and keep that hound quiet.
Looks like you'd have been better off in your suite in the old Grand Hotel in Big Town, Croc.
Yeah. What brought you flying down here in such a hurry, Wilson? You haven't got nothing on me.
No. You've been pretty clever in covering up your racket connections, Croc. But when your front men fall out over the division of your rackets, a lot of things can happen.
What's that, Wilson?
I told you Rocky, Nick, and a girl called Cora May are on their way down here in a car.
So what? My pals drop in every once in a while.
Not unannounced.
They'll be announced before they get within a mile of here.
How do you arrange that?
Cottonmouth's boy lives over by the main road. And nobody comes through the swamp road without his phoning in first.
You really trust your friends and guests, don't you, Croc?
But can you trust Cottonmouth and his son?
I don't have to trust anybody as long as I got this right.
Oh. So even here, in your so-called tropical paradise, your happy vacation hideaway, you have to carry a gun.
What do you do, Croc? Even sunbathe on the beach with that shoulder holster strapped on you?
Yeah. Now I want to know what brought you 2 news hounds flying way down here.
News hounds are also supposed to have a sixth sense, Croc. Perhaps it's the same thing that's making that hound out there howl at the moon.
What's that, wise guy?
The smell of death.
Cottonmouth, answer that phone.
I heard it. I'm getting it out in the hall.
That may be your guest, Croc. They've had time to get here from Big Town if they drove without stopping.
Shut up, Wilson. If it's Nick and Rocky, tell Judd to let them come on out.
What about the girl called Cora May?
How do you know so much about who's coming?
We have birdies who tell us when the underworld apes of the big town jungle start fighting among themselves.
What happened up there? Oh, come on, you two, give.
I think you'll get the whole story firsthand in a few minutes, Croc.
And we thought we'd like to be around to see how you handle it.
Get out of here. Go get in that crate and fly out of here, Wilson.
Sorry. That field is too small to take off in the dark. We'll have to wait till morning.
Oh, yeah? All right, Cottonmouth, what goes?
It's them. Cora May's with them.
Okay, so she's with him. What about it?
One of them's dead in the back of the car.
Dead? Which one?
One called Nick.
How'd it happen?
I don't know. I told you not to get my little old Cora May mixed up in no trouble.
Shut up and get out of here. Cora May can take care of herself.
Not if these here newspaper hound dogs get away from here. Write up about this in their paper.
I'll take care of that. Now you go out and meet that car. Make sure Rocky don't come in here carrying a gun.
I'll make plenty sure of that. And as for you, Mr. Wilson...
Yes, Cottonmouth?
Don't you and your reporter gal get no notion of flying out of here. Because I done fixed your plane so you can't. You understand?
Well, looks like we're going to be in on this whether we like it or not, Steve.
What is Cora May to your bodyguard, Croc?
She's his daughter.
Oh. And you took her up to Big Town and got her mixed up in the racket.
And now, murder.
Shut up. She's no swamp angel. She's a smart, tough dame, and she can take care of herself.
Yes, but can you? Cottonmouth doesn't look much like a father, but he's acting like one. And he's liable to forget he's supposed to be your faithful bodyguard.
Shut up, Kilburn. Now listen, Wilson. You're after a story. I'll make a deal.
What is the deal, Croc?
If Rocky shot Nick, you can have him. Take him back to Big Town with you and get yourself a scoop.
Oh, the old double-cross, Croc. The sellout to save your own rotten hide. No, thanks. There's no room in the press plane for that killer.
Okay. Cottonmouth ain't forgot you took his guns away from him this afternoon. Maybe I can get him to take you hunting in the swamps today.
Hunting what?
Maybe what that hound dog is sniffing in the wind.
Hey, Croc, what's the idea of having a cottonmouth character taking my heat away from me?
Shut the door, Rocky. Drafts give me a chill, you know that.
Okay, but I want to know what... who's the guy and dame?
Never mind. Where's Cora May?
Out there with that swamp rat. But listen, Croc.
What happened to Nick?
That's what I drove down here to tell you.
All right, tell me.
Nick was crossing you up, getting set to take over.
And you wasn't?
No, I was playing it straight down the line for you all the way.
You're a liar. I know different.
Who told you?
I told him, Rocky.
You told him, oh, you lying two-timing twist. You were playing along with Nick, getting set to cross up me and Croc.
What about that, Cora May?
Croc, honey, you know I wouldn't try anything like that on you. After all you done for me. Took me out of this here swamp to the big city. Give me a good job just watching them city crooks you got working for you.
Don't believe her, Croc. Don't trust her. She's as slippery as her old man and twice as mean.
Listen to him, Croc. He's mad because I wouldn't play with him to cross you up. Hey, who's that snappy gal, Croc? What's she doing here?
Not enjoying the surf and sunshine, Cora May. And you better start talking yourself out of this mess before you get in any deeper.
That's right, Lorelei. I'm afraid that when these three stop talking, there's liable to be shooting.
Who's the big wise guy, Croc?
A newspaper guy from Big Town. Wilson.
Wilson, a racket buster. What's he doing here?
We heard about your little shooting spree at the old Grand Hotel. Heard you were driving south and flew in ahead of you.
Croc, are you nuts letting a nosy in on this?
Forget about Wilson and the Kilburn dame. I got a notion they ain't gonna matter.
Not to you, Rocky.
Why not?
Because Croc has offered you as the fall guy to take back to Big Town for the murder of Nick.
Oh, yeah? Come here, Cora May.
Croc, make him let go. Let him have it.
Break away from him. Get out of the way.
Can't lose.
Come on, honey child. We're going places.
Break away, Cora. Break away.
I can't. Can't. Pappy.
Come on, Croc. You can have her.
Laurel, I see what you can do for that girl.
Yeah, but you stay put, Wilson. Don't open that door again.
Now what, Croc? You shot Cora. Her father shot Rocky, and he's out there with a high-powered rifle.
Shut up, Wilson. If he gets me, he'll get you and Kilburn. He'll get all of us.
That bolted door won't keep him out. This is his jungle, Croc.
The lights have been cut off.
Yes. Cottonmouth has pulled the light switch or cut the wire. This is his element, Croc. He can strike better in the dark.
Wilson, I'll make a real deal. I got a rifle. I'll give it to you.
No, thanks, Rock. You made a deal that you can't shoot your way out of when you got in the rackets a long, long time ago.
Thus, Steve and Lorelei are caught in the middle of a savage showdown, and for the ironic payoff, we'll rejoin them in a moment. Lifebuoy gets skin cleaner.
Lifebuoy gets skin cleaner.
And the cleaner you get your skin, the surer you are of being fresh and attractive. So remember, Lifebuoy, with its purifying ingredient, gets skin cleaner. Stops BO as no other leading soap can. Here's what the doctors proved in 820 scientific tests.
People took daily baths with different soaps. Doctors found that Lifebuoy does more than just remove the grime and perspiration you can see. Lifebuoy's purifying ingredient makes it more effective than any other leading soap against the invisible dirt that brings on BO.
Lifebuoy's milder, too. Safe even for baby's tender skin.
And you'll like the way Lifebuoy, made with costly coconut oil, bursts into quick white lather, even in hard water.
Lifebuoy gets skin cleaner.
Lifebuoy gets skin cleaner, keeps you fresh and attractive, protects you as no other leading soap can. Bathe with Lifebuoy every day. Get the big new bath size. Buy Lifebuoy right away. Now back to tonight's headline story of Steve Wilson and Lorelei, who have flown 1,000 miles south to cover a gang showdown in tonight's big town story of the Chill of Death.
Wilson, don't pull out of here. Don't leave me alone in this forsaken dump with that crazy swampy waiting for me out there in the dark.
Sorry, Croc. You picked this place for a hideout. You hired Cottonmouth for a bodyguard. And you shot his daughter trying to kill Rocky.
Rocky pulled her in front of him when I shot at him.
That won't matter to Cottonmouth. He hates you like poison for getting Cora May mixed up in the murder of your other gun-goon, Nick.
Steve,
Yes, Laura. How's Cora May?
I can't be sure in the dark, but I think she's dead.
That done it, Croc. Now Cottonmouth will hunt you down like the stupid, murderous animal you are.
He hates you too, Wilson. You took his guns away, made a fool of him. You can't do that to a swampy. He'll kill you and Kilburn too.
Not if I can help it. Where's your telephone?
There's an extension phone on a table behind you. By the window.
Thanks.
Well, what are you going to do?
Phone for the local law and...
Steve!
It's all right, Lorelei. He must be... Hello. Hello, operator.
Put down that phone, Wilson. You ain't calling the local cops out here to take me in.
Don't be a fool, Croc. If the police don't come, your pet bodyguard will kill you.
It doesn't matter, Lorelei. This phone is dead.
Dead?
Yes. Cottonmouth must have cut the line when he cut the light wires.
Wilson, I tell you, there's a loaded rifle over the fireplace. Take it. Help me get that crazy fool before he gets us.
No, thanks. Your pal Cottonmouth seems to be able to see in the dark.
We're staying right here in this room until daylight.
He'll get us. He'll get all of us.
Quote and unquote.
Keep down, Lorelei. Keep away from the window.
It's getting cold in here. That broken window, I can't stand the night air.
Keep away from that window or you'll never be warm again, Croc. Never bask in the sun of this fool's paradise again.
The back door to the hall. I didn't bolt it.
It's too late. Get down, Lorelei.
It's too dark. I can't see him, Steve.
Be quiet.
I've come for you, Mr. Croc. Seen you shoot my daughter, Cora May. Where are you at? You miss me, you city hound dog? Oh. You're behind that there chair, are you?
Yes, shoot, dope!
Shoot my young'un, will you? Now, where's my young'un? Where's my Cora May? Cora May, you come home, you hear? You come home.
Steve, how awful.
Steady, Lorelei. Wait till I light a candle. There's a couple on the fireplace mantel.
All right, but I don't think there's a thing we can do for any of them, Steve.
No. I'm afraid they've played out the old racket game of dog eat dog to the final bitter end. Friends, you know from reading your daily newspapers that what you've just heard has happened many times and will happen again and again, so long as racket mobs are allowed to flourish. You can help prevent it by cooperating with your law enforcement agencies, local committees, and by refusing to pay tribute to rackets in any form.
What about next week's big town assignment, Dwight?
Next week, we're going to dramatize another headline story captioned The Deadly Gimmick. But right now, friends, remember, doctors have proved it. Lifebuoy, with its purifying ingredient, gets skin cleaner in your daily bath. Stops BO as no other leading soap can.
Say, Dwight.
Yes, Steve?
Dwight, I'd like to emphasize that purifying ingredient of Lifebuoy's. The doctor's report shows what remarkable properties it has. It's the reason Lifebuoy does all these wonderful things.
Yes, and it makes Lifebuoy milder, too. The purifying ingredient. That's one more reason why Lifebuoy is used in the homes of 40 million Americans. Get Lifebuoy right away. Friends, if you'd like to see what the cast of Big Town and their real counterparts look like, see the exciting story in the April 12th issue of Look magazine, now on the newsstands. The current issue of Look is complete with pictures of Big Town's leading characters and their real-life doubles. In tonight's dramatization, all names, times, and places are fictional. Big Town features Edward Pauly as Steve Wilson, Fran Collin as Lorelei Kilburn, and is written and produced by Jerry McGill.
Lever Brothers Company has amazing news. New 1950 Rinso with sodium. It's here a year ahead of time. New 1950 Rinso has 3 times the whiter washing action of any other soap. The sensational new washing action of 1950 Rinso gets white clothes whiter than new, washable colors brighter than new, and keeps them whiter, brighter than any other soap. Rinso is so safe for clothes, so kind to hands. Get new 1950 Rinso at your dealers now.
Be sure and be with us again next Tuesday at the same time when Lever Brothers Company will again present Big Town. This is your narrator, Dwight Weiss, bidding you good night.
This is NBC, the national broadcasting company.